Well, hello everybody. My name's Chris. Godfather of procrastination. Wanted to make a vid and kind of introduce myself and show my shop. I found this place back in April 2011 on Craigslist. It said 2,000 square foot heated shop for $500 a month. Came by to check it out and couldn't pass it up. This is my grandpa's old truck. Sold it to me just before he passed away, lung cancer. It's a 86 Chevy C10 two-wheel drive. Only got 87,000 miles, or no, 97. Yeah, 97 on it now. Yeah, I got it about 5-6 years ago. Paid. He wanted 5 cents for it. Wanted a nickel, and all I had was 10 cents. So I told him to keep the change. I don't have the keys, or else I'd start it up. I had some clutch issues. Had a leaky gas tank. Had to replace that. Put a new tank in it, and had to get the new hangers. I had a buddy help me with it. It's not too bad. I did try and spray some bed liner crap on it, but yeah, it just all flaked off. Put dual exhaust on it. Had to put a new clutch, new slave cylinder, clutch master cylinder. But I love the truck. You know, it's got the granny gear, 3-speed with the granny gear. But back to the shop, and just threw these signs together when I got here. Okay. So, yeah, this is pretty much when you first walk in cans. This place used to be a car rental. Avis Rental Car had this place. For the airport, I'm not that far from the Eau Claire area airport here, and they just remodeled the airport, and when they remodeled, they added a place for them, a garage for them. So this place opened up. It is in a trailer park. Landlord's really cool, really nice guy. Yeah, so I was really busy this spring, but it's been really dead the last month or two. This guy actually just called me last night, like 7 o'clock at night. He was like, "Can you do my truck tomorrow?" He wants the full thing done, gold detail. You know, it's a lot. This is me and the wife's car, 02 Dodge Neon. I used to have a delivery driving job where I used to drive to La Crosse and back and pick up and deliver film when you did the 2-day, you know, you drop off. Back in the old days, you know, in the dark ages when they had the roll film. It was actually just like 4 years ago. But, yeah, I had a Grand Am. That thing was just a piece of junk. It had the 3.1 motor in it. This car we got at the auction had 36,000 miles on it. Got it for $5,000. It did have some body damage where it was repainted. There was a hole punched in through here. You can kind of see it right there, and then it's just gotten worse. I never even touched it up. I should have, but not a bad car. I got 209,000 miles on it now. Actually, here you can see where the clear coat's flaking off and stuff. I think it might have actually, you know, been you know, hit on that front corner, because that front fender's been replaced. It's a different fender, so. But it's been an awesome car. I've just had to do, you know, like, I think I went 130,000 miles before I had to do anything to it, and that was the catalytic converter. You know, I was running a tank of gas a day through it, so, you know, and that was when, but gas was cheap. It was like $1.70 a gallon. You know, it cost me like $20 to fill it up. But here a couple weeks ago, head gasket went out. So, yeah, as you can see, I've been trying to tear it apart. I kind of got stuck. I'm trying to get that cover off, that shield for the exhaust manifold, and the bolts are just junk. So I'm going to just cut them off, grind off the head or whatever, just so I can get that cover off. But yeah, I've never done anything like this before. I've done brakes, shocks, struts, you know. I did an intake manifold gasket on our S10 Blazer. We used to have 91 S10 Blazer, had the 4.3 in it. That was a nice truck, actually. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling on. I don't really like to talk much. I'm kind of usually quiet, but trying to fit a lot here. I got a buddy coming over actually to help me on this truck. I'm smoking a cigarette, so I don't want to get too close. I got the passenger side vacuumed. But yeah, you know, it's kind of what I got to deal with. This guy was actually in North Dakota over the summer, and he said it just got dustier than heck when he was there. I mean, there's, you know, all this dust in the seals and everything. Dust all over on the dash up here, you know, in the vents. Steering wheel. Yeah. Yeah, this will be a complete interior vacuum, wipe everything down, protect everything. Don't ever use Armor All, I tell you that. Stuff I get from a distributor here in Eau Claire, CCS Distributing. They have very good chemicals, and you know, they really help me get started too, you know, and if I ever run into issues, you know, they're always around to help. So yeah, he wants me to pressure wash the back end of this and get this all looking new. Buff out some scratches. Got some really, really light ones right in there. Didn't really find any other major ones. But yeah, I'll buff out the scratches, and then whatever panel, you know, even if I have a little scratch up in here, you know, and I buff that out, I usually take swirl remover and, you know, I'll do this whole top half of the panel. I like Meguiar products. This is a product I just started using about a month ago. Meguiar's Deep Crystal Polish. It works really good. I use a Portacable Random Orbital Polisher, and then I got these pads. These are two-sided pads. This one's used, of course, but very good pad. You know, it's nice. You can get, you know, do the top half of the vehicle. Usually I do the hood first, and then I'll go up to the roof, and then I'll switch the pad, and start using the other side, and for the rest of it, you know, because usually the hood top is your dirtiest part, you know, most contaminants. So yeah, so got my old rug doctor. Yeah, I'd like to get a heated extractor here eventually, but this was good to start out with. It's got really good suction. You know, I'm limited. You know, it doesn't have a water heater. It doesn't heat the water, so it's basically as hot as I can get the water. Which actually, that kind of ran into an issue here. I guess it was about 2 months ago. I bought this off of Craigslist for $50. You know, it worked really good. And one day, it started smoking. Yeah. So, had to get rid of it, of course, and I went to the store and I bought one of these. This is one of the smallest ones you can buy. I'm not happy with it. It doesn't get really hot. It's real temperamental. You run the water, you know, I try and run the water low pressure so that it heats up hotter. You know, the faster you run water through it, you know, it's not going to heat up as good. Well, a few times, you know, I've been running it like halfway and it should be fine, but it keeps throwing the circuit breaker. A friend of mine told me I should talk to the landlord. This is actually the breaker, so he said get an actual 1 unit breaker thing, like this top one. So I'm not sure. I'm not an electrician, so. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling now. Go to the other side of the shop. I got this tarp up, kind of help. You know, it is open on that end, but well, this is my deer hunting setup. Mountain bike. And then a friend of mine had this trailer. Oh, I guess you can't see it real well. But yeah, I got my deer hunting blind down there, and then if I get a deer, I deer hunt right off a bike trail, so it's like 2 miles to where we hunt. But yeah. Last video, you know, I didn't have this hooked up real well. It just kind of hooked up to the wall real quick. But now I got a board up there bolted in, and then she's bolted up right in there. That's pivotable. My dad got me that for Christmas like 2 years ago. Sat in my garage until I got my shop, so finally got that. I got this like 4 years ago. This is an awesome compressor. I'm pretty happy with it. I painted a few things, you know, small jobs with it, and it works great. It's never let me down. And this is the other side of the shop. Got a big collection of aluminum cans. I do nighttime janitorial. A lot of these are from my account. Some of them, the ones full of Mountain Dew cans, are ones from our house, like this one here. You see, my wife drinks Diet Mountain Dew. I drink Mountain Dew. So, slow SRT. Yeah, I think I got you beat on the aluminum Mountain Dew cans. I have a crap load. Yeah, my boat, father-in-law gave us this a couple years ago, and he just got too much for him to mess around with it, so now I take him fishing with it. And I bought a baking soda blaster, and so I've been kind of messing around with that. I'm going to strip all this paint off. This is part of the bottom of the boat I did with the soda blaster. Cleaned it up pretty good, but I'm just going to acid wash it. I used to work at a detail shop in Bloomer. Used to do just mainly semis, and so I've used that acid etch stuff a lot, doing the tanks. And then the other guy would polish them. I never got to learn how to do that. But yeah, got a lot of airbrush. Been kind of messing with that on the boat, as you can see, but so got a coolant flush machine. Bought this off of Craigslist for $75. Used it on a buddy's car. Works awesome. No time it was all flushed out, looking brand new. So that was a good investment. I just, gotta try and get some more jobs. So my free bed I got off Craigslist. It's like a futon couch thing that flips up, but I got it laid out so I can take a nap. Sometimes I'm here, all day by myself, and ain't got no jobs to do, and work nights, so, I got this free off of Craigslist. Guy said it was in his kitchen. Oh, yeah, somebody here.